Greetings, adventurers! The following episode is part 2 of an optional two-parter. It was left in the main feed for a little bit too long, as some of you in the comments have told us. So we are doing the only sensible thing and removing the episodes from the main feed. After all, we're quite serious and dark and spooky here, right? The only relevant bits to the plot are acquiring a magic item at the end of the episode, but it's not really a story element. So if you want to hear the full episode, the full version of this Wild Sheep Chase two-parter April Fool's extravaganza sponsored by a bed company that didn't actually sponsor us, check it out on patreon.com/foolandscholar. Again, it's not behind a paywall, it's free, you just have to click the subscribe button. Otherwise, the events taking place in these two episodes has no effect on the greater story as a whole and is quite comedic, breaking from our horror undertone. So without further ado.
Shalis de pace. Salis.
Do you seek him?
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 Do you seek the Nameless God?
You have found yourself among those who roll the dark dice. What you are about to hear happened long ago. A story brought back from the edge of oblivion, dutifully transcribed, and enhanced orally to better captivate your attention. Previously, a team of adventurers came across a mysterious wizard sheep in need. Now, between two egotistical wizards, they find themselves quite in danger. Dark Dice, The Long Road, Chapter 8, Wizard Battle.
Okay, I'm ready. Stand back.
Noak raised his arms into the air dramatically, throwing back a cloak none of the team were even previously aware of. It initially just sort of looked like a blanket draped over his shoulders, like he'd gotten out of bed and forgotten to take it off, but it was now revealed as a magnificent cape. The wizard almost looked as impressive as he was exhausted.
All right, time to cast the damn spell. Soyo salt, aho-holta!
With 3 magical words, a beam of colored light left the wand, leaping dramatically through the air toward the expectant sheep. But something went wrong. The DM rolled terribly once again. The color of the light shifted to a sickly blue as the sheep began to transform, twist, pop, its limbs growing longer into something much larger than an elf and terribly disproportionate. Its limbs extended, ending in hooks and teeth-like protrusions, its flesh overtaking the wool as a series of its pumping organs pushed outside of its body, affixed to which were twisted, wrangling limbs. The sheep's facial features stretched and broke, crying out in an incoherent scream of voices as combat began.
This is the best day.
Oh, even I didn't expect that.
Gods.
Ildrex, horrified but overcoming his sanity saving throw, and shrieking voices of Finethir's broken form, stepped back towards Noak, trying to close the 40-foot gap he'd created, as Glom, who also overcame 1 save, taking 5 stress damage, flew into a panicked rage and yelled at his sister before knocking an arrow.
Gaelle, this sheep is not safe. Other sheep might be fine, but not this sheep.
We're going to have to do something.
It's gonna be kebabs tonight, Gaelle. I have a shot.
Take it.
His sister's words pulling him back to reality. Glom's arrow grazed past Noak's arm for 4 damage, catching the wizard's attention. This was the epitome of the evils he had sworn in his life to fight, and Glom dramatically surged forward with action, screaming and taking another shot at the wizard's evil face.
10 misses.
Aware of Glom's second attack, Noak was able to react and cast a counterspell on the arrow, which turned into a frog mid-flight, slapping Noak in the face harmlessly and falling to the ground before hopping away.
Guards, protect me!
Soren, strangely intrigued yet frightened by the new form Finethir had taken, was unable to approach its mangled assortment of limbs and pumping external organs.
Just to clarify, are we all fighting against the sheep, or is it...
Glom yelled, the sheep, and then surged towards the wizard dramatically. It's kind of a confusing message even for me.
I am maybe going to make an unwise decision to ignore all of the wolves at my calves, and I'm going to shoot at the sheep, whatever it is now. The 17.
Confused by Glom's mixed signals, Soren fired 2 arrows at the abomination, one piercing a spurting organ, sending a spray of arterial fluid high into the air, the other missing the creature entirely as the ground around Finethir began to transform, seemingly corrupted by the spell, and becoming flesh-like.
I yell at Noak. I thought you were good at your job.
Any chance at negotiation with Noak ended the moment Glom shot him with a frog.
Focus on the goo sheep monster.
Ildrex threw a volley of darts at Finethir's new form, and in reaction it vomited up a chunky clump of sticky goo, which Ildrex dodged, but the 3 wolves behind him were too slow to see it coming, howling in blind confusion. Having reached the door of the first platform, Noak turned and cast another spell, this time focused directly at Glom, who overcame his constitution saving throw, and would not be reduced in size, as comical as it might make the situation. Noak slammed the door behind himself and was briefly seen running to the middle platform before vanishing behind its door. Gazakoltez the orc, unsure of what to do, focused his efforts on the monster, slicing both of his swords through flesh and bone. The wolves ran aimlessly, attacking the closest target in confusion, which was Soren, but missing him with all of their attacks, as a pack of wolves tended to do when suddenly blinded. The cloaked bear, known as Little Thirbling the Sly, somehow failed to sneak up on Glom, who ducked the incoming swipes with
Get to
moves.
the bear! Gaelle, forget the sheep! 2 bears! Bears are bad! Behind you! Gaelle!
14.
The charming outhouse bear attacked Gaelle, catching her with both paw strikes, knocking her to the ground with critical success, and dealing 23 damage. The apes picked up their blades and converged upon the team. The graying ape struck low at Ildrex, who jumped over the attack. The balding ape caught Soren by surprise, hitting him with the flat of the blade for 7 damage in the back of the head, as the final, very handsome ape slashed wildly but ineffectively at a confused Glom. Having just been reduced significantly in health, Gaelle crawled through the bear's legs toward the back of the group, but she was unable to avoid its massive swiping paws, which raped her back for 11 slashing damage. Bloodied, Gaelle used her last breath to look up into the trees for any sign of the wizard, but was unable to see him as her eyes closed, and she fell unconscious, inching closer towards death.
So, Glom is screaming.
To hear the full version of this episode, check out patreon.com/foolandscholar to support the show and our other works.